The 1995 Kentucky Wildcats had it all. Lots of great players. A different man leading the way each time out. Huge expectations. 2 dreams fulfilled, another stopped just short. The Wildcats were a young team, but they were a great team. And their greatness sprang not from any one thing, but rather from their great chemistry, incredible unity, and their never-say-die Wildcat spirit. Kentucky evolved into an ocean-deep team with an incredible arsenal of offensive weapons and defensive intensity. Kentucky 95 became one of the finest teams in all the land in a season of dreams. Total domination and a Rupp Arena record for margin of victory set it all in the season opener against Tennessee Martin. But then the 14th-ranked Ohio Bobcats came to town, and Kentucky faced what figured to be a true test. It wasn't beautiful, but UK played fierce defense, held off a late Bobcat rally, learned how the team might respond in tight situations, and finished with a 5-point victory. And then it was time for a little fun. The Cats were going to Disneyland, and they had a little time to clown around at Walt's Kingdom before getting down to serious business, a meeting with 5th-ranked UCLA in the Wooden Classic.
I feel great the first time on the West Coast. You know, it's something I've been waiting a long time to come out here and, and see Disneyland.
It's kind of a day where you can relax a little bit and still try and be focused, but the fun starts tomorrow.
If Ohio had counted as a good test, then the 3rd-ranked Wildcat showdown with the eventual national champions had all the makings of a final exam. And the net result was simple. 40 minutes of exciting basketball played by 2 good teams. And the conclusion that Kentucky needed a little more study before it would be ready for any final exam.
Urbana trying to put it in play, runs the baseline, and is stolen by Epps. Epps coming out. Kentucky's defense really taking his toll. Goes an alley-oop to Shepard, who dunks it. Kentucky's longest lead is on the boards.
UK allowed UCLA to charge back from an 8-point hole in the last 4 minutes. And then freshman J.R. Henderson hit 2 free throws with less than a second on the clock to capture the flag for the Bruins.
It was good for us early on in the season because we had played 2 mediocre exhibition games, and our first 2 regular season games we won, so we needed a tough game, early on in the season to see where we stand and what we need to work on. So I think in the trip itself, we really enjoyed it. They got the team a little closer, being away for a couple of days. And I don't think the road trip bothers. I mean, we did get a little layover there, and that fatigued us a little bit. But, I mean, it was a good game in itself for us to go out there and play a team like UCLA, who eventually ends up winning the national championship, and losing to them by 1 point. So, I mean, we need more games like that.
And they got more. Soon enough, it was time for a familiar face. Bob Knight brought his struggling Indiana Hoosiers to Louisville for a midweek meeting of the region's basketball minds.
Not quite the Kentucky team we're used to. They don't put up all those threes that we've seen over the years, at least not yet.
Well, they're looking for a lot more balance. They got a tremendous baseline, and they've been looking to the inside. They got 6 really dominant baseline performers, but now they have to get a little balance. They're averaging 16.7 3-point attempts. They want to go up to about 20. But when you got McCarty and Prickett and Rhodes
to do tonight. And it's Knight and Pitino. What more could you ask for?
See, Indiana wasn't having a great year, and you know, a lot of people overestimate or underestimate them, and you know, they're a great team, and they play us tough every year. It doesn't matter if they was 1-15 coming into us, and we were 15-0. It's going to be a great game down to the wire when we play Indiana.
Pitino had also predicted it would be close, and he was right. Roderick Rhodes picked up his second foul just 40 seconds into the game. But Pitino decided to leave the Jersey City Jammer in the game, and Rhodes responded by scoring 6 of UK's first 11 points. Back and forth, the battle raged, and Kentucky clung to a less than comfortable 3-point margin at the break. The Wildcats bulked it up to 6 early in the second half, but then the Hoosiers headed off on a 15-3 run to gain a 6-point advantage of their own. Of course, Kentucky had the answer. Tony Delk, Anthony Epps, and Walter McCarty.
Delk around a pick. Adjusted his shot and got it to go.
Tony Delk. Alternate possession. Kentucky gets the ball.
Epps has tied it.
Roderick Rhodes thought about that. Instead, he slices his way and leaves it on the baseline. Now it's McCarty for 3. Got it. Can't allow him to shoot the rock, baby. And that's the beginning of Barnes. You better call up the fire chief.
Neither team ever led by more than 6 the whole way, but McCarty's three-pointer from the corner put the Cats up 4 with 1:37 left. And then they used their withering defense to hold on from there and drop the Hoosiers to their worst start since 1966. Back in Rupp, Kentucky blew out overmatched Boston University before taking a week off for exam. And when the Wildcats returned to action in Cincinnati against Texas Tech, they were a little rusty, but eventually pulled away to a 15-point victory. Sophomore Jeff Shepard took over the point guard spot in the first game back after Christmas, and he led the Wildcats to a 116-75 rout of Marshall. Kentucky showed no mercy on defense and had no trouble pushing the pace. UK spent January 1st in Louisville, and a scrapping Cardinal team proved a most inhospitable host at this New Year's party.
And it was against Kentucky.
But everyone knew the magic couldn't last forever. After dropping 4 straight in the Dream Game series, the Cards were probably due for the narrow victory. Auburn was next, and quickly dispelling the gloom and doom thoughts that can follow a loss to Louisville, Kentucky bounced back with a solid team effort in the Southeastern Conference season-opening romp.
7:27 to go. Pass by Burke, knocked down by Riddick, picked up by Epps. Kentucky's beautiful pass to Delk, goes under, lays it in.
The victory was a good start in the quest that eluded UK the past several years, an SEC championship. In 1992, 93, and 94, the Cats came close, but each year had to settle for the tournament title. Not a bad prize in its own right. But the regular season crown was the feather long missing from the Cats' cap. They vowed 1995 would be the year. And they knew hard work and intense practice were the only answers.
I think without question we have one of the toughest practices in the nation every day. I think we're one of the hardest working basketball teams there is.
Yeah, I think practice was real tough because everybody was so competitive. Everybody was pushing each other day in, day out. And then the beginning of the season, didn't nobody have a guaranteed starting spot, as you want to say. I mean, so everybody was trying to push each other for the starting spot, even though that didn't really mean too much on the team. But, I mean, that's your goal. You want to come to college, you want to start. So, I mean, everybody was out there fighting and pushing each other. And we really worked